Jennifer Alvarado, and my title is a community-based doula.
Excellent. And so, what is a community-based doula?
That's a good question. You missed me because they don't want to go do that work. That's the thing,
Yes.
because a community-based doula is having to work with your gente, your people, and going into some spaces that in the neighborhoods where most women are not even don't even know what a doula is. We're so used to not getting any help that we just go to the hospital, and it is what it is. Seventh generation birth services, when we started doing this work in the community, why it was important for us to let them know you have rights. And that looks like promoting wellness, letting them talk about their birth, and then having parenting classes, having coffee with them, breaking bread with them, having lunch, because we all like to eat when we talk, right? And I just love sitting with my community, my sisters, and then, did you know that you can have a doula in your birth room? And did you know we're free, And they're like, huh? You don't have to pay? And it's like, they're like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, you don't have to pay nothing. My partner, Adi Chagoya, is also a doula. She's been a doula for a very long time. And I would shadow her. Basically, I would carry the massage table when we do prenatal. I do massage. She does massage, but she was also a doula. And I would do prenatal massage. I would help her out. I had a very particular woman who asked me, have you been a doula? After I had given her a massage. And I said, that's funny you said that. No, I'm not a doula. She goes, you should. And I'm like, really? Why? And that's because I had a dream about you, and you were at my birth, and you were at the corner of my room, and I just felt so peaceful. When she said that, I was like, first of all, I would never be in the corner of a room. I'll be hands on, but it was like she had a dream, and my presence just made her feel so comfortable and peaceful, and she wanted that. And she asked me if I would be her doula, and I said, I don't mind. Then I went home and I was like, what? I'm gonna be a doula? Like, someone asked that, someone's asking me to be their doula. And I couldn't, uh, how can I say? I didn't want to ignore that calling. I knew there was a calling there. There was something there for me. That's how I became a doula. First of all, it's just by a client asking me to be there. To me, that was the beginning of me actually walking as a doula. A few months later, we got called from American Indians in Texas as a collective, which is me and Ari Chagoya and Luna Wood, to be part of a collective which is called Seventh Generation Birth Services, to deliver their services. And they asked us to come on board, and we're like, what? Okay, I guess I'm meant to be a doula, because everything was opening, like open sesame. Everything was opening. And we've been doing it straight for 8.5 years with American Indians in Texas, and doing this work in the community. And I think that's where I shine the most, is when I'm fully active, hands on in the labor room. And that's my favorite part. The seventh generation, we do pre and postpartum services. Unfortunately, we're not with American Indians in Texas anymore. So we're on our own, and we are still trying to put all the pieces together. So we're still in work in progress. It's real. What's happening in the hospitals is real. There's things that are happening that should not be happening. I should never have caught twins in a hospital as a doula. Twins, maybe one of the twins, but both twins, no. Our nurses are too preoccupied with technology, because we live in the world of technology. There's no more paper, they're walking around, checking rooms or anything. They're always on technology. Well, let's not forget about the fathers. There's some fathers that still feel like they're not part of the birth. That's something that I see a lot in our culture, that we have to let them know, no, you can come to the birth. As being a grandmother for the first time, I was so happy and overjoyed that my son was there at his birth for his baby. And and he knows a lot about birthing, so I'm glad that he was able to be there with his wife. I think that we need to promote more for the men to be part of the birthing ceremony, and include the children. And when I say there's work to be done, there's work to be done.